Hello everyone, we will be doing a cooking thing today. I believe this will be out on Tuesday. We'll have a taste test out on Tuesday too. We're going to use the air fryer. I'll turn it around, you'll see everything. Let me show you some of the ingredients we're going to use. But we're going to make a crustless pizza this time. We made pizza before, and we made a pepperoni. We're going to use this marinara sauce just because I have it. And the total carbs on this, the total net carbs would be 3 grams of net carbs, 5 grams of old-fashioned carbs. These have this is 1 gram of carbs for a quarter cup. We may use that much, and I think this one is the same. Cheese is usually about the same. Oh, this is 2 grams on that one. So if we used all of that, we're now at about 6 grams of carbs. Then we're going to add meat. These are the meats we're going to use today. They're both 0 carbs this way. I picked those. These are the meats. I'll bring this down a little bit so you can see it. So we're going to be using this time, we're not going to use pepperoni, we're going to use, this is regular breakfast bacon. This would be like a breakfast kind of a pizza because this is called, when you work in the pizza industry, they call ham bacon, Canadian bacon. It's not bacon, and it's not from Canada. And then we're going to use this. This is not the Italian sausage you'd use on a pizza. This is actually breakfast, turkey breakfast sausage. So that's what we had on hand, and that's what we'll use for making our pizzas. Let me bring this back up. So we're going to try to do this. I don't know if it's going to work, but instead of buying a pan that would help with making this crust-free pizza, we're just going to go and put it on here. We made a little parchment paper tray. We're going to put some stuff on here, and we're going to knock it right out. The seasonings we're going to use, we're going to probably use a little, toss on a little oregano. This probably already has oregano in there, but I'll probably put a little bit of oregano, put some Italian seasoning, and then we got a little minced garlic, tiny bit of minced garlic, and we will be using some Parmesan cheese. That's what we're going to use. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit of the Italian seasoning directly on the meat right here as it sits. So just put a little bit of that on there. So it won't taste so much like breakfast only. But we'll see if this works. Is it going to work? If it works, then we don't have the grams of carbs from the tortillas or the whatever you want to make. I don't know what you're going to make, but this would make a reduce those. So that's about maybe 2-3 net grams fewer carbs than we would have if we made it with that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see. 1 second. Okay, here is our cooking area. Like I said before, you may not see me, but let's see. Can you see me? Hello. Let's start with this. We're gonna start with our parchment paper. I was gonna make it inside here. I usually make things directly in the basket, but I didn't want to do that because then you can't see it. Because in the last one, it was difficult seeing it. I'm going to go ahead and start getting this little bit of preheat. To get things really crisp, sometimes they say go to 500. This one will only go to 400. And they say it doesn't take too long to preheat. And maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Can you hear me? I'm wearing my mic, so hopefully you can hear me okay. We're going to start with just putting some cheese on the paper. Now remember, since we don't have a bottom crust, the cheese itself will be the bottom crust. And it's not going to be just, we'll put 2 layers of cheese. So let's go and put the mozzarella first on here. And it's probably going to maybe boil over a little bit. But with this paper on here, I think what you can do is just take the paper, the parchment paper, and take the item directly out of the air fryer. And then you will have, you can just eat it, put it on a plate and just eat it that way. I didn't put any spray on there, so it may stick a little bit, but if it does stick, that's not a big deal. We'll just eat it with a spoon. This is the first time I've ever tried making this without any kind of a crust. So there's no English muffin, no nothing. It's just crust-free. So we're going to put that on there. Now we're going to add some meat. We're going to make 2 of these today, so we're not going to take all the meat, but we will do this. I think we have extra meat. We'll be fine with the meat. Just like that. Okay, and maybe a little bit more. And there. Okay, now we're going to put this on. And we can just put this on top here. But remember, since the cheese is the crust, that's where we're putting the sauce on top of everything. So ordinarily on a pizza, you'd have the sauce on the bottom. This one here, the sauce is, this is the sauce we've got on the bottom of the meats and all that. So we could put that, we could put this, it could go cheese, sauce, meat, and then a little more cheese, or it could go just like this. So we'll put this on top here. A little bit more mozzarella. Now remember that when it comes to this, all these products on here are already cooked. So we don't have to really have any particular cooking time. It's not in the danger zone. So it'll just be heating it and getting it nice and crispy. Hopefully nice and crispy. We will now open this. You gotta be careful with this. Remember the air fryer, if you preheat it, it's gonna be hot. So we're gonna put that in there. That worked fine. And we'll put in here, and let's go ahead and go 400, and we'll go, let's try, we'll try about 5 minutes, maybe 4. We'll try that, and then we'll see how it comes out, and I'll show you what it looks like. So it is now doing its magic. Don't forget to do your magic, and please subscribe. I don't know which place to point now. I think it might be where it really is. When you look at your screen for one of these, you will see it on the lower right-hand corner when you're watching it on your camera. But usually I point to myself. I'll do it again. But usually I point to myself, and I show it's gonna be on this side. But I'll point over here because it's mirror image. But I think it's gonna be right here because it's facing out. We'll have to see. So right now we are making pizza in our Phillips. I don't know what model number this is. Someone has asked me. I can look it up. Our Phillips air fryer. This one is, I think it's considered a medium size. So usually I just go with whatever they say for the large. If it's the large one, then I figure it'll be better. Hopefully it comes out good. We're going to open up a little bit of Parmesan cheese and this one. I don't think I need oregano. I took a bite of the meat. Let's take a peek. You can see it's working. That's going out really good. Really good or really well. Hopefully I didn't knock it around too much. Let's sprinkle this. And we'll put a sprinkle of garlic. I might need 2 hands for the garlic to open that garlic up. And then it goes. So the reason it doesn't have anything like onion on it or anything is because I don't have any onion. So I'm just making this one as it's kind of an experiment to see if I can save those carbs, especially if I was making a pizza with regular pizza crust, which I don't think I would. But if I was making one with regular pizza crust, then I'd really need to find a way to make something like this, crustless. But this will save us about 3 net grams of carbs, which is fine. Because you want to save as many. You don't necessarily want to save carbs. You want to make sure when you do eat your carbs, it's something you want to eat. Because if I'm allowed a certain number of carbs, I said, man, I'd really like to have a bagel this morning. Well, maybe I want that bagel, so I don't want to eat a bunch of other stuff. I don't want to put sugar in my coffee. I don't want to have any breads, additional bread. So that's what I would do. I would just make it that way. This way would make it save us from having those additional carbs. So I kind of look at it as carbs I want to have and carbs I have that I don't want the results either way. I don't want to have high blood pressure. I mean high blood sugar. It's almost done. I'm kind of going into the light. We have that weird light above us. It's not a light bulb. It's like a lighting system. You know, it lights itself. It It doesn't have a light bulb. It's kind of weird. And it makes a weird, kind of a weird lighting. Okay, yeah, I think the total time of this is about 6 minutes that it'll take to make it. So the whole process, I did cook the meat ahead of time. I was going to say that this is regular just sliced bacon. And I cooked ahead of time. If you want to know how to make bacon, I think I already know how. But if you go back that way, I showed you how we made bacon at IHOP, how we blanch it, and then we go ahead and we finish the cook. But I cooked this all the way through because I know I was going to use it. Oh, and it's done. Yep, it's definitely done. Can you see it? Ooh, let me move over here. I'll tilt it down. And that's what the lighting's kind of a problem there. But I'm going to take it out anyhow. So let's go ahead and do that. If we can do it without getting burned. Now, that's a big thing. Can you do it without burning yourself? Oh, and I did. I did it without burning myself. And that's what it looks like. What do you think of that? It's got a little bit of grease from the cheese, of course, or the meat. I'll do it that way. But we're going to eat this. We're not going to pull it off the paper. We're going to just eat it with a fork. Let me go ahead and put this over here. There it is. And I'm going to turn the phone around. And let's see what we got going on here. There we go. And this is what it looks like. Whoop. There we go. And it smells really good. That is the Crustless air fryer pizza. Crustless air fryer 2 meat pizza, maybe I'll call it. 2 cheese, 2 meat pizza. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Don't forget, let me do the point out. Don't forget, I'm not sure which way I put some point before, but this is where it is over here. So I'm pointing to my left hand, so it's going to show on your right hand because it's like a mirror image. So right down there, please, 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 please make sure you subscribe, you like, you share, and you comment down below. What do you think of this pizza? I'll tell you if it's yummy in the comments. Stay tuned for the comments to know if it's yummy. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.